Hey, you guys, welcome in. So, today we're going to discuss Orunmila. Excuse my pronunciation if I'm saying it all the way wrong. I know I'm not saying it wrong, I'm close to it, but you know. So, hey, you guys, welcome to Divine Golden Master, where we master being divine at this 3D reality. Today is going to be a video to touch on a little bit of history about the Orisha Orunmila. To give a little bit of background information, tomorrow we will be honoring him in a group ritual ceremony. So I'm super excited for that. And I did start this video today at 5:55. So that just makes me feel like we're in alignment. Okay, so definitely alignment changes are happening. This new moon is very intense. So I hope you guys are doing well. If you are watching this when I'm posting it, if you're watching later, I hope you're doing well as well. So let's just jump right in. So I have a couple notes just so I can stay on track. But the intention of this video is to give you guys just a little bit of background information on who he is as an Orisha, what he represents. And this will be a ritual tomorrow of appeasement, of honor. And if you are, like myself, a practitioner, someone who reads cards, someone who works into any type of divination, spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge, this is someone who you may want to work with. Even if you don't work with other Orishas and you haven't, he's a good Orisha to work with because he communicates with all Orishas. And if you're familiar with the Ifa religion, which is really big in Atlanta, so if you're in Atlanta, you probably know about what that is, or something, or you probably seen somebody with like the beads, things like that. Now, you guys know I'm not initiated. I'm eclectic, so I kind of go with what feels good to me, right? What works for me. So with that, use your own guidance on how you want to move forward with it. But basically, just if it resonates, let it resonate. If it doesn't, don't trip, And when I say if it resonates, it's like a lot of people want you to think that you have to be initiated to work with Orisha, but you don't. Okay, so just to be very clear on that. And so he's also known as the keeper of wisdom. And the Ifa religion, what I was about to say, is actually, they call him Orunmila, and they also call him Ifa. So his nickname is literally the religion, right? So that's like very interesting too. And in the Yoruba culture, it's a lot of different, you got to do your research, it's a lot of different aspects to it, right? But, so let's get into my notes. So he's a prominent Orisha in Ifa, and he was thought to be created from Olodumare, which we spoke about then when we did the video on Ochosi. If you didn't see that video, I will link that video down below in the comments. Well, in the comments and in the description bar. But I did a video explaining the Orisha mythology on how the universe was created, how the whole energy was created. So if you need clarity on that, go back to that video to see who Olodumare is. But now I'm losing my words. But Orunmila was created through the thoughts of Olodumare. Okay, so, and again, excuse my pronunciation if I'm not saying it all the way correct. You guys know what I'm meaning. Okay, now if you know about Babalawas, those are the custodians of Orunmila's wisdom in the Yoruba culture. So that could give you an aspect too of like, if that's the custodians, like a lot of times those are the people who are like, to put it in a more Western terms, like if it was a church, those would be like the pastors, the people, or the priests, right? And so that's the person that's very close with God in a sense. So think of it in that aspect, right? And when we think of Orunmila, he knows, because he was there when the universe was being created as well. He knows the past, he knows the present, and the future. He possesses the knowledge of all things. So that's why it's really good if you are into reading cards, if you are into divination, if you are into the cult in any type of way. this is somebody who you kind of are forced to be reckoned with, because like I said before, not only are you going to be connecting with him and getting wisdom from him, but he gets wisdom with all the orishas. He communicates with all the orishas. So if you're not initiated, or you feel like it's a lot to work with all the different orishas or whatever case may be, Orunmila is somebody who you can go straight to, who can give you wisdom, who can consult with the other orishas, see what's best, what you need to know, and get clarity on that, right? Now let's get into the notes. Let's see, I covered some of it already. So yeah, Yoruba mythology says that Orunmila is believed to have witnessed the creation of this world and gained deep knowledge of human destiny and workings of the universe. Okay, so also something that he really believes in, and if you want to appease him, and we appease deities to build a relationship, right? Because if you want to build a relationship with somebody, you gotta do something, right? If a man's trying to court me, then he would have to court me, do different things, buy things, show up, show effort. So that's like appeasement, okay? So with him knowing that, one of his main things, because he was around when the world was built, because he knows the future, past, and present, he knows that ethics are important to him. It's very important that you are doing things in a just way, in a balanced way. So for some people that may be a crossing the line, because I know some people, they do things a certain way. They believe in this, they believe in that. But one of his things is that you should do things in a just way, you should do things in a fair way, and you should respect your society and the place that you live in, the rules, different things like that. You're not just going to be breaking the law, doing crazy stuff, basically, okay? So that's another thing, for you to be able to work with him and to appease him and tap into the wisdom. That's something that you want to be aligned with, okay? Now, what we have next, let's see. We spoke about this a little bit already. He's the grand custodian of the divination system that provides guidance and teaching to humanity. I could show you guys some of those photos too. Let me see. I'm going to show you guys some of the Yoruba divination. Like if you look at this is some of the ways that they work with him and use him in divination. So they'll do things like this. I have another picture too I want to show you guys. But this is one of the most common ways. It's also a chain. I don't have a picture of the chain, but the chain, it has 8, it's like 8 circles on it, or ovals. That's another way that you can use for him to divine with. And if you do use the seeds, you can look at these different images to be able to understand. But it's a lot to really look into, because most of the babaloas and things like that, they train for like years, and some of them like a decade, just to get into that position to connect and learn how to work with him. Now on my end, y'all know what I say. If it resonate, who's to say that you didn't come in this world? For one person it may be this, for another person it may be that. If you come in this world, you're drawn to something, you should entertain it. Look at it, we just did it. You see that cartwheel? My bad, y'all. But Ty, oh my God. He gonna be talking about his arms hurting. But yeah, so if you do don't always listen to others, and like just because they say that it takes that and da da da, you never know who you were in your past life or what you've done in your past life. So when you're drawn to things, you should act on those callings of your soul, because most of the time you never know. You could have been a E5 Babaloa in your past life. You know what I mean? So yeah, just to say that, and just so people won't be so stuck on titles and labels. Okay. But most, gratitude and respect to the people who do study and hold that title. Now it says, you usually will see him with the divination chains. So if you look at the chains, those are called the Opeles. Y'all don't judge me, but it's Opele. And then the palm nuts that they use in the divination is called Ikin. Ikin, however you say it. But yeah, so you could divine with him with palm nuts. You could also go on YouTube, look up different things. It's also different books that you can buy to learn how to divine with him in that way. But you could also just pull cards or get clarity through wisdom with cards. Even taking time to meditate and sit and get downloads. Because a lot of times too, when in the Ifa culture, when they go get a reading and they're consulting him, they don't usually ask the person what's going on, or the person usually is not supposed to say what's going on. It's supposed to be more so of he's whispering to them, having the conversation, and through that, the person who is appointed, the Babaloa, will be able to throw their divination and do their divination however they do it, and then they gain the clarity that they need through that way. So you could even just meditate and connect with him to be able to get wisdom. Say if you have a choice you need to make, should you buy this or should you get this, or should you move here, or should you be with this person, or should you get married, or should you move here, whatever the case may be, should you get this promotion, or should you go to this job, should you do entrepreneur, like whatever it is, you can meditate and connect with him right after showing appeasement and things like that. Now it says he's known for his ability to communicate with other orishas and provide guidance. We spoke about that. Ooh, thank you. So yeah, he's known for his ability to communicate with other orishas and provide guidance and solutions to human problems through divination. Okay, like I said, he's really big on this society, right? Everything working together, because think about it, if you and your homies sat and you like the little homie, you with the big homies, and they showing you how everything work. They like, oh, this is this and that and the third. Look, we about to create this world. We gonna call it. We gonna have the universe here. We gonna have space. We gonna have this planet. Da da da. And you sitting there watching them create such a big creation. Of course, you're gonna want to be able to be a part of how it functions, how it works, and have certain type of moral codes or different things that help to keep it in line. Okay, so think about it as the bigger picture like that, right? So this is why he's here to help with divination, because he believes in really helping this. Also too, he provides solutions. Oh, we already said that. He provides solutions to human problems through divination. We already spoke about that. The next thing I was going to say was, what we're basically going to be doing is honoring him to be able to get the enlightenment, get the wisdom, get the downloads that we need to have. Also to have no blocked intuition. Be very clear on the things that come to us. Hey, baby. Roman on the line. Can you say hey? All right, let me see where I was at. So yeah, so I was just talking a little bit about more too. If you wanted to know the name for the divination that I showed you guys the diagrams for, it's called Odu Ifa, and it's Odu. It's ODUIFA. And that is just a way that helps provide spiritual guidance to individuals and communities. He talk about who is this black man on the screen. It's Orunmila, baby. So Orisha. Y'all, my son in the live. Everybody saying, hey, Roman. His teachings emphasize the importance of wisdom and ethical code and personal growth. So he's really good for, like I said, having that ethical code and helping you to grow, right? We know that through change, that is how we grow. So through getting wisdom from him and getting the downloads and getting clear intuition and being able to connect with the divine on a deeper level. He gives you that clarity to be able to grow and to be able to get to your next level. His colors are yellow and green, as you can see. And I'm going to get into the offerings for the group ritual. This is just going to be the video to give you guys a little bit of background, who he is, what he's all about. And if you resonate with this, then go ahead and get your spots on the group ritual. I will be posting the post after this. This is kind of like, well, I was going to say it's kind of like a pop-up, but I told you guys we're going to be doing this the beginning of September. But yeah, this is kind of like a pop-up group ritual. We're going to honor him. I'm probably going to smoke some cigars with him and gain wisdom and clarity. Everybody that... Why is he calling me? He's going to go off the video and call me. But yes, everybody who joins this group ritual will get a free mini reading. So I will allow you guys to get a reading with whatever it is that you desire. Usually what I do is I give people a reading on, if you've been a part of the ritual before, you get clarity on how the ritual will be affecting your life, how it will impact you. And this one's going to be a little bit different. You're going to be able to get a reading and you're going to ask your questions that you want wisdom and clarity on. We're going to put it on the altar. And that's going to be your reading once you get your explanation. That's how your burn explanation is going to go. Like I said, usually we do it just due to whatever the purpose is, but because of this purpose, this is more of a specific and personal type of working, right? So if you guys are interested, all the details will be in the post. I'm about to post the post about the actual group ritual shortly after this one. But yeah, so I love you guys. Love yourself. I will see you guys in my next one. If you're curious about joining and you're on YouTube, everything you need to know will be in the community tab. You can also text the number down below in the description box. And you can get your spots. This is for October 4th, 2024. So if you're seeing this after October 4th, 2024, it's already over, okay? But next year we will do another one. But yes, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.